Hi everyone, welcome to IT How To. My name is Amit. This week we will be showing you how to set up your first website using Apache on CentOS7. So after the intro, I will get back to you and see you soon. Hi everyone, we are now ready to get started. Okay, so I already have a CentOS7 virtual machine running in Oracle VirtualBox, and I already have a user account for myself which is called Amit. So I'm going to simply log in as follows. And we are just waiting for it to let me in. Okay, so I'm going to bring up a terminal as follows. Here we go. I'm just going to zoom in. Okay, so this is CentOS7. I have just updated it earlier today with the latest patches. Okay, it's got this. Okay, so it's got this IP address, and the text is a little bit too big, so I'll zoom out a bit. Okay, so it's got this IP address, which is 192.168.1.161. Okay, and so what I'm going to do now is to log into this machine remotely from my host operating system, which is running Windows 10. Okay, so what I have actually taken the liberty of doing earlier today is I've added an entry in my host file for that IP address, and I've called this new CentOS7 virtual machine, or VM, simply web server. So I'm going to log into web server as follows. Okay, I've just noticed I'm using the wrong keyboard layout, so I'm just going to switch over to England, UK. Okay, and now I'm going to log back into the web server and pick the password as follows. Okay, so I am now logged into that same VM. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to install Apache. So the command to run is sudo space yum space install httpd space -y. I'll put in my password and hit return. Okay, what I would do is I will put all the commands being used in today's video in the description box below. And if you have any further questions, then please do not hesitate to add a comment, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so Apache is now installed. Right, so the next thing we need to do is to enable it. So I usually use a tool called systemctl space status spaced in the name of the service to check to see if a service such as Apache is running, and in this case it is not. So what I would do is enable Apache to start up automatically on a reboot as follows, and start it up as follows, and then we can check to see if Apache is running by running netstat. Actually, what I can do is run ps space aux and check for the Apache process as follows. Okay, I'll just zoom out a bit so to make that easier to see. Just run that again to make it easier to see. So as you can see, Apache is now running. Okay, I'll zoom in again. Then what I usually do is run netstat -apn just to verify it's running on the correct TCP port. So I'm actually going to run this command, netstat space -apn pipe space grep. Then look for any lines beginning with TCP. So that's what that symbol means. Okay, and again I'll zoom out to make that easier to see. Okay, so I've actually forgotten to run sudo, so because I'm not actually logged in as root, so I'll run the command again as sudo. Okay, I'm now getting all the information I need, and as we can see, Apache is now running on TCP port 80 as follows. Right, okay, now the next thing we need to do is open up a firewall rule for TCP port 80. So I'm going to list the actual local firewall configuration as follows. Okay, again I need to run sudo, apologies about that. So as you can see, currently what we've allowed is cockpit, DHCP, client and SSH. So what I would do is add a port for web traffic as follows. So it's firewall -cmd -add port 80/TCP. Sorry, I keep forgetting sudo. Okay, and I'll also add it for TCP port 443 as well, which is for encrypted web traffic. Okay, now if I list the firewall configuration, I keep forgetting sudo, I apologise about that. Okay, you can see the ports have now been added there. Now what I need to do is to make this configuration persistent. So sudo firewall space cmd, then -- runtime to permanent as follows. Then finally we reload the firewall configuration as follows, and then we just check to see it is what we want it to be. Yep, so we can see this server is now allowing connections on TCP port 80 and TCP port 443. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is to browse to the server. Okay, so this server is called, I can get to the server by the name web server, so I'll put that in there. As follows, and this is the default Apache website when you've installed it for the very first time. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is create our very first website. I'll be honest with you, I am not a HTML coder, so I've actually grabbed this example from the internet, and I'm basically going to copy that, then create our first HTML website page. So by default, this is the location where the website resides, which is /var/www/html. Then within there I'm going to create a file. Okay, my favourite text editor Emacs is not installed, so not a problem, I will use var instead. And I need to make a note to install Emacs later. Might create another video on how to cover that. Okay, so we've created a new file called index.html. Then we're going to paste that in. Okay, let's try that again. And I know what I've done. I've forgotten to type in sudo yet again. My apologies. I keep making mistakes tonight. I'll be honest, I'm actually really tired after quite a few tough days. So apologies about any mistakes that all the mistakes I have been making in this video today. Okay, let's try again. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna look at that. That looks okay to me, and we're just going to go back to that web page or website, then refresh. And there you go. So that is the actual first website we have created in Apache. Okay, I'd just like to thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for getting to the end of this video, and I really apologise about all the mistakes I've been making today. I've been extremely unwell for the past couple of weeks, and it's been a real struggle for me to actually get back to making videos again. So I do appreciate your time and patience for watching this. So anyway, that's the first video covering Apache, and that's the first website. And the next video will be covering Apache in a little bit more depth, and we'll be covering the process of how you create virtual servers so you can host more than one website on one server or virtual machine. Okay, thank you very much for your time, and hope you all have a great evening or day or weekend. Speak to you soon. If you've got to the end of this video, thank you very much. Please like this video, and also please subscribe to my channel should you wish to see further videos from myself, and do not forget to hit the notification bell should you wish to be notified when I upload further videos to this channel. And thank you very much for your time.